Anyway, there's some talking on this video. There's some talking. Alright, okay. I'm a guitar here. I'll talk about influences, maybe. When I first started songwriting, who was the biggest influences? How do I learn to songwrite? It's like usually people like myself, a lot of other musicians, we don't actually taught how to songwrite. We kind of teach ourselves, you know what I mean? We learn from records of musicians that we like a lot, or we want to emulate, or we think are really, really good, so we tend to learn from who we think is the best. So for me, the first records that I listened to was the Beatle records. So it was Beatle and Wings was the first records I listened to, like in 8th grade, 9th grade. I used to buy nothing but Beatles and Wings albums, Paul McCartney. So I learned a lot from those albums. I still love those Wings albums. It's underrated, But I love Wings, I love those albums, Speed of Sound, Venus and Mars, London Town, Radio Speedway, Bound to Run, Wildlife even. Wildlife even. Yeah, it's a great album. I know. There's a lot of good tracks like Some People Never Know and Tomorrow. Tomorrow when we both abandon sorrow. That's a good song. David Cassidy did a good cover of that song. Yeah, so I grew up. So definitely Paul McCartney is probably the biggest influence musically on me. When I first started songwriting, like when he taught me melody, taught me chord structure, you know what I mean? So, and also my singing, I think my singing the biggest influence on me. Even though I think I got my own style, but initially I learned to songwrite by listening to Paul, especially like with the melodies. But then like lyrically, Paul's great lyrically, but I tended to like he's very positive, and so I tended to like those. I like those kind of negative guys, like writes like Roger Waters writes like the album Animals, or kind of like this protest kind of song, but good kind of protest song, not like kind of like those cheesy ones. I mean, like like Sting also wrote kind of protest song, like Invisible Sun, and or all these Nothing Like the Sun, a song called They Dance Alone, which is like a protest against Pinochet. I guess he would like imprison these guys in Chile, and then their loved ones. The only way for them to protest is to dance. It started because every other kind of protest was illegal. So, and I thought writing a song about that is cool. So, you know what I mean. So I like that. That kind of stuff when people try to say something with their songs. It's like this is a wrong. Always show wrongs in the world through their songs. I like that. Those kind of songs I like. I like Animals because it showed kind of how people can be. It's a Pink Floyd album. Sheep, dogs, and pigs. So I like all that different way, kind of like Animal Farm, but yeah, it's like yeah. So I like that. So Roger Waters, that album was a big influence on me. What else? And then Sting, I like more for his lyrical. He's kind of poetic, kind of. And another influence on me is Elvis Costello, especially his early albums. It's like he would write songs about the most weirdest things, but I love that. What I mean? It's just so much. It's like so different, but they were like catchy tunes as well. So another big influence on me. Yeah, I mean I don't really know any musical theory. I mean we go that scale Dorian. What's the notes in the Dorian scale? I wouldn't know. What's the notes in the Lydian scale? I don't know. What's the notes in that in the Phrygian scale? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's notes in the scale. So when I write a song, I don't know. What scale is the song? I don't know. What do I know about music? Nothing. All I know is chords and melody. Chords that sound good together. I know how to put melody on top of it, and then words to tell the story. That's all. That's all I know. And then if I write, melodies like a kind of like chord riffs to go over the structures, I kind of just hear what sounds good. Go, oh, that sounds good, and that's all I know. So yeah. So it's like creativity. Now, if I actually knew some of the stuff, I would actually kind of go. It would kind of. I think it would kind of confuse me because I would be like, "Well, that doesn't go with that. Maybe I should just use this proper scale." Yeah. See, yeah, And there's so many great musicians who don't know that stuff. I mean, some people will be like, "Oh, Sting knows that stuff," because he wants to know that stuff. You know, I mean, a lot of these musicians want to know how to, read, music. They want to because for their own ego, or to say, "I can do it." It's because I want to learn how to do that. I want to learn how to ride a tricycle, not a tricycle, a unicycle, a tricycle. I want to learn a quadricycle. No, that's a car. But yeah. So yeah, I don't. But it's like I don't really want to learn how to read music. Not really, because I don't know. Do I? I don't want to go through all that. It's too much work. It's like the reason why I enjoy music so I don't do that much work. It's just I was writing. Basically, I'm writing, putting words, music chords, little melodies to my to my words. That's it. That's all I want. I don't want to do the old. I want to learn how to read, know the notes of every scale. Oh, this scale. I don't want to know that stuff. So yeah, so I don't know that stuff. So basically, the world wild applies to what you and me. Yeah. Let me see. So yeah, so that's the thing. I don't really know. I don't know music theory and stuff. A lot of musicians don't know the best ones. McCartney doesn't know music theory. I don't think he's a great musician. He doesn't know music theory. He was probably like the most knowledgeable musician in the Beatles about music. So they know the music theory. I don't know who else doesn't. I mean, who actually knows music theory? Who's like a really famous musician? I mean, besides those songs ago, who went to Juilliard, I think they're better than everybody else. I went to Juilliard and Harvard, so I'm better than you. Yeah, you always get these kind of. That's why I never really did the high school choir thing, because a lot of those people, I think there's such better singers than everybody else. Like, I got taught how to sing, so I'm better than you. Natural talent is nothing. You must be learned and taught. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's what it is. They always seem a little snobby and snooty. Those kind of. So I'm thinking Juilliard types are probably the same way. Like, I'm better than you. I can sing anything. So no, no, I don't know. Okay, I'm exaggerating. All those guys, I'm sure they're great guys. Oh. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, I think that was the biggest influence on me musically when I first started writing. Definitely, it's Paul, the Beatles, Elvis Costello, Sting. I think of anybody else. Yeah, that's what I listened to mostly. When I was in high school, I listened to like the Wings album, the Beatles album. Sting's recent stuff, like Nothing Like the Sun. I think that was his latest album, like when I was in high school. And I remember when the Soul Kids came out, and I remember listening to Dream of the Blue Turtles. I love that album too. So that's kind of stuff. But I love the more for its lyrical content and he's also his melodies. It's kind of like a song on his Dream of the Blue Turtles called "We Work the Black Skin Together." I love that song. But it's so simple. Yours has changed for good. Your economic theory said it would. Yeah, he's got this kind of way he structures his melodies, which I like. He's got a high voice, so I got kind of a high voice. I can do it. Well, yeah, so I can sing this kind of skip. My range, I have a pretty rangy voice, I suppose. Yeah, and yeah, so that's. I was in the Jimi Hendrix, but I couldn't play like guitar like his, and so it's more like I was kind of more of a admirer of his. And Clapton, I wasn't really influenced by Clapton musically, I don't think. Nah, a little bit of Led Zeppelin, especially with the singing Robert Plant, try to sing like Robert Plant. Yeah, my singing like probably my favorite. The music I wanted to sing like is like Robert Plant, Paul McCartney, John Lennon, Peter Gabriel, Freddie Mercury, Roger Daltrey, Bon Scott. Um, who else? Who else was a really big fan of this singing? I don't know. That's about it. I think it's not really, uh, you know. Yeah, I like my favorite singers. Those are the singers that when I try to emulate. Do, 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 do. Yeah, that's probably my favorite singer. I mean, singing wise. And other guys I like is like Elton John, Billy Joel. I just enjoy the music. They wouldn't really influence musical influences on me. I don't think. I mean, the music, yeah, the Beatles, Sting, Elvis Costello, those are probably the, biggest influence on me musically when I first started writing, I would say. Okay, this video's gone kind of long. What else can I say? I don't know. Yeah, it's like not like I was kind of copying these guys. I just liked certain things. I like their music, so I mean, and I want, it's like, and so I told myself how to songwrite through learning that. I don't really know any Sting songs actually, so, but Beatles songs. I actually learned those were the first songs I ever learned, so I learned how to songwrite through that. Yeah. Alright. Now for this video.